Tony's Mod Time, it's Mod Time with Tony. Me, I'm Tony, and these are the mods. Mod Time!
Good afternoon, welcome to Mod Time with Tony for Friday the 13th. Don't be scared, we got new mods today. I'm gonna just do the new mods today. Let's show you what we got. Let's get right over there. Start off with the bunker silo set. You got a gravel pile and an earth mountain. You got the small for 40 grand, the large for 80 grand, and on the sides you have either gravel or earth, dirt. Holding up the sides, looks nice. Still a bunker silo, pretty cheap though. All these mods today are all platform except for one, which we will point out. The next one is old log storage. It's $100. You can put your logs there. I mean, look, this is just a place to put your logs. Raises them up off the ground a little bit so you can get your forks under there and grab a big stack. So it's kind of cool. It's only $100. Next, we got the border stone set. Now, see, I see these mods and I say, okay, what am I going to do with these? I don't know. But I do see the purpose of these, and they are pretty cool. There's a lot of people out there that like to build farmyards. These are pretty neat. They're paintable curbstone for the build mode. So it says it's like a fence. There's 2 different water gutters and 4 and 6 meter lengths. The curbstones can be placed on even ground. And, they say the grid is better. So you have these different sections. Some have the little grates in them, for the water to go through and drain. Others are just curbs. Again, most people are not going to use these, but they do have a place in Farm Sim. They do look like they snap together nicely and overlap, so you can just keep placing them in a row. For those who like to decorate their areas, their farms, this is needed. So, again, I won't use this, but I think it's definitely needed. Next, we have a chicken barn large. It's 20 grand, which is cheap. 360 chicken, which is pretty good size. 2 doors to open. You see you got food storage there on the side. You do have to go inside to grab the eggs, as you see in the far right picture. Some people may like that idea. Some people don't. Me, I just like driving past it with autoload and picking them up. But here you're going to have to go inside, bring them out so your autoload can pick them up. Either way, however you like to play it, do it. Again, this is cheap. 360 chickens. I like it. Slurry and manure pack. It's a Missy B mod, so I immediately love it. There are 2 different sets of tanks, 3 different bunkers for slurry. You have, 2 million for the bunkers, 4 million for the big bunker. The small tanks are 10 grand. Everything with Missy B has big capacities and is cheap. So you have 2 awesome slurry tanks, 3 different bunker silos. Cheap, big, awesome. Well done, Missy B. We got a farmhouse, Neversfelder. This is kind of an interesting combo. There's a few of these out there now where they combine a few things. Half timbered building with 4 rows putting oak stands. Low German Hull house. You got rooms in there, but they have side stables for horses and cattle. And there's some words in there that I don't know how to pronounce. But it's 129 grand. There's a horse feed trigger inside the stable. So you got things connected. So you got stables, you got the house. It's got the sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger. It's got gates, loading triggers for the animals, straw triggers for straw, horse feed trigger, all that good stuff. So there's a cattle one, like kind of similar, and then there's this one with the horses. So, depending on your style of play, horses in the house. Next, we got the Silo King static line. It's going to make TMR. You got straw, silage, and hay. I mean, there's nothing different there. This is it's a placeable. It's not on a trailer. It's going to be in a fixed position. You have 2 different versions. You have the 40,000 liter for 50 grand. And you have the $80,000, 200,000 liter capacity. So big capacities on these. You're going to be mass producing, and especially on the static line 200. 200,000 liters of TMR. So if you have a lot of animals, this is a great placeable to put down and make a ton of TMR all at once. I think I want to try and do it. Haven't done it yet. I'm going to try it. Put a silo over top of this so I can unload my products into the silo, have the silo dump directly into this thing, and then just spit them out. So I don't need a shovel or anything. It's a pretty cool system. I like that it's fixed. Again, it's just something a little bit different than what we have, so it's pretty cool. Next, we got the homemade weight. It's 800 bucks. It's 800 kilos. It's like a barrel. It's a weight. There you go. Next, we got the Kverneland Silos Vans. It's 500 bucks. 2-meter wide bucket. 1,700 liters. I mean, they're 2 silage forks. You got one with sides, one without. It's pretty cheap. Next, the only PC mod we got today. Sorry, console people. This one's pretty cool. It is a drone. It says it's used ideal for cinematography. Record your best scenes. It flies pretty well. I did test this today. It flies really well. It actually hovers, which is not always possible with the flying mechanics. I've done some helicopters that don't hover. This actually sits there and hovers. You do need the mouse and keyboard to make it kind of fly right. I have a controller, but you do need the mouse and keyboard to kind of get it off the ground and get it working. It's only 2,500 bucks. It says it goes 70 kilometers an hour. The only downside I saw to this was it was a little slow. If they could integrate the player speed somehow in this and have variable speeds to, crank up the speed of the drone, that would be great. You can't pick it up and take it around with you, but it is a drone. Now, there's been a lot of debate lately about non-farm related mods. This one, it only has really one use. You could easily use this if you're doing map reviews and you want to fly around. Now that feature is available with the, the flight mode. And flight mode you can speed up. So that's why I say that this drone needs to have some sort of way to make it go faster, because flight mode you can go 20 times speed. But it is kind of neat. Farmers do use drones all the time to survey their fields. I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos with real life farmers using drone footage to show their stuff off. It is a thing. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't. Next. I always don't know how to... This is the Mater BMM 85. I apologize. You got 3 capacities, 9,000, 11,700, and 14,400. Starts at 18.5. You got all kinds of configurations. It's a nice trailer. Decent size. Fairly cheap. Pretty good mod. Next, we got the Lizard 9509A. It's a tanker. Trailer. 34,350 bucks. Holds 41,420. You see it's 2 tanks on there. I like it a lot. It looks cool. It is a semi. Or you want to put a dolly under there. It is a different looking tanker trailer. I don't know if I've seen one similar to this, but it is kind of neat. It does hold 41,000 liters, and it's not that expensive, so. Next, this one's kind of cool from JAHG. You got foldable corn headers. You got 9.1 meters for 94.5. You got all kinds of different configurations with the road tips. This comes with the stock stompers and the stock knives. You got work lights, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of realistic parts and frames. Kind of like the Crestoni, it folds up, but it's a John Deere. It is pretty neat. Next, I know this has been showcased a few places around. The John Deere Buck 500 ATV 2005. You got colors. There's about 3 different colors. Well, variations of green. Wheel design. There's 2. 6,500 bucks, 51 horsepower, 22 liters of fuel. It drives really, really well. The turn radius is not very... I mean, it turns widely. It's not very tight turn radius. But that has the added advantage of keeping it from tipping. This thing, I could not get it to tip today. I tried going as fast as I could and turning hard, and it would not tip. So it is great. It sticks to the ground well. It drives well. It jumps really well, because that's what I do. It's a really cool mod. Again, it's got straps on the front and back. It does pull a trailer. It's pretty neat. And then lastly, we made you wait. This is the one everybody's been waiting for. The Claas Lexion 600-700 series from Sid Modding. Now we are going to show these off. There are a bunch here. I'm just going to show you these in-game because there's a lot. Get rid of that. Alright, here we go. You see there? 6 different varieties. This one is really neat because it's cheap. I love cheap and I love big. 305 to 390 horsepower. Again, 12,000 to 20,000 liters. So just take this one, your cheapest one, 142 grand to start. Put on the tip up Harvest Master Wyndham, and we're up to 20,000 liters here. Still only 305 horsepower, so it's not huge. But it's only 152 grand for a 20,000 liter harvester. And it looks fantastic. Now you got the engine set up where you can add it, 313, 339, up to 390. That is going to raise your price quite a bit. The engines are expensive. But if you want a big capacity harvester for fairly cheap, you know, just get the first engine, 152 grand. Tires, you got standard, crawler tracks, broad tracks, track 2, broad 2, track 3, broad 3, broad 4, and standard. And then variations on those wides. Again, basically variations are the same there. You got protection for the forage harvesters, which I don't know why that's on here, but that's your cage back here. You got numbers on your side right there. Go up to 9. You got CB radio inside. You got the joystick, older or newer. GPS is on the roof or on the tank. I don't know if that works with the actual GPS mod. I don't run GPS. I run VCA. So we'll have to test that out. If you figure that out, let me know in the comments down below. You got US style, and all that changes, as you'll see the change up here. Adding those reflectors right there. Your pipe, 6.8, 7.3, or your big boy, 7.9, 8.8. 3 types of glass, excuse me. The blue's kind of interesting. And then your license plate. So let's lease that one, just to show you the inside of it real quick. But you have, again, 5 other varieties. The 620, the 2015, the 2017, 2012. All these get progressively bigger horsepower. So your big one up here is 411 grand. Again, 21 grand is your highest capacity. Your engine setup, 598, a whopping $500,000. And your tires are basically the same with your tracks. I hear somebody at Giants likes tracks. I'm not going to say who. Again, your chopper tailboards, you got the extended version on those. Your numbers, your GPS, your pipes, and your color. Again, most of these are just a variation of horsepower. So different varieties, different years. Okay, there's your 780s. There's 17 versions, bigger and smaller. Here you got, you know, standard tires here. There are some different ones. You know, you got the wide ones. You got row crop, 2-wheel drive row crops. So that's an interesting feature. I don't know if I've seen those on a harvester before. I don't know, let me know. Do you guys see them before? They're on there now. You got crawlers, the Continentals. The only real difference I see is on those rows. You got 2-wheel row crops. You got the big, giant, honking tires right there. But again, different varieties of horsepower, different years, a little bit different. Like that one has the black there on the 17 to 15. Bunch of different varieties there, a bunch of different engine options. Let's go back and look at that one in the game. Again, a very well done job. Unfold it. Not much to that, just the ladder. Actually, not much is going on there. That's going up and down. So it's a little bit slow on the animation. Does take a second there to unfold. Alright, maybe that can be fixed in an update. Not game breaking whatsoever. Sound on that looks amazing. Or sounds amazing. That was a weird thing to say. Sounds on that auger coming out are amazing. Everything looks like it should. Didn't find anything wrong with it. And the inside, again, there's your newer joystick. Bells and whistles. It's 22 degrees C. That's not bad. That camera does not work right there, that little monitor, as far as I know. You do have some animations. If you notice the drive, the CB radio cord does move. And the air freshener does move as well, although I think the animation on that air freshener is a little bit off. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of rubbery. It's kind of like it's stretchy. But it's an air freshener. But look at that thing. It's beautiful. I know a lot of people have been waiting for these. It's pretty cool. So if you like this, you like these videos, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I would appreciate it. Feel free to leave me comments down below of anything I've missed or anything else you want to see. But until then, that is
Tony's Mod Time. It's Mod Time with Tony. Me, I'm Tony, and these are the mods. Mod Time.